Hello once again, all my comic collecting friends out there in the YouTube comic community. It's Comic Quarter 410 here today, doing my entry vid for Tim Marrant's 100 subscriber contest, and hope I said your name right there, Tim. And first I want to say, obviously, thank you for doing a giveaway. It's very generous of you, and congrats on the subs. You deserve many more. I think I speak for everyone when I say you're a very welcome addition to this community. We're glad to have you. If you guys haven't checked out Tim's channel, I'll put a link at the bottom. Please check out his channel and sub if you have not. But to get started, Tim asked to show some books that you would have a newcomer to comics read that you would recommend. And first off, I'm a big Punisher fan. And I would recommend the Punisher 5-issue miniseries, even though this says 4-issue limited series at the top. It ended up being 5 issues. Great reading. I believe the trade is called Circle of Blood, but I'll have to check on that. But cover art is amazing on every issue. Here's a book I recommend frequently to everyone, and I recommend everyone pick this miniseries up. This is Empire by Mark Waid and Barry Kitson. And it's self-contained in a 6-issue mini. It's a quick read. It's very good. And it's sci-fi, but it's just awesome. And Barry Kitson's art on this book is unbelievable. So I'm going to go ahead and show all 6 issues. There's number 1. Love that beautiful cover there. Number 2. Oops. Sorry. Here's issue number 2. Number 3. Another fantastic Barry Kitson cover there. Number 4, one of my favorite covers of the whole series, and Barry Kitson signed all these for me. He's a super nice guy. I've met him many times, but that cover is just badass. Number 5. And finally, issue number 6. And like I said, this is all self-contained in these 6 issues. And rumor has it that Waid and Kitson are going to do another miniseries revisiting this universe. So keep your eyes out. Big Batman fan. And for an introduction to Batman, there's 2 books I'd recommend. This is the greatest Batman stories ever told. Absolutely love that Walter Simonson cover to this book. Beautiful. So much good reading in that volume. There's also, they did greatest stories for everybody, just about every major character, including the Joker, all the heroes. So they're good reads. The Justice League one also would be recommended reading. I would also recommend Batman Year One by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. Amazing 4-issue mini retelling the origin early years of Batman. Must read. Superman for All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. I love this story. There's not much action in it. It's a bit of a origin coming-of-age tale, but just really well done and more of an emotional story. Not a lot of villains, not a lot of action, but really captures the essence of the character of Superman. I really like that story. Would recommend this to everyone, all readers of comics. This is Akira by Katsuhiro Otomo, and just an epic storyline, and it was printed over here by Epic Comics, ironically, but also the animated movie. It's one of the few where the animated movie actually lives up to the books, because Otomo was involved in the direction and production of the movie, and it was animated in '88, and it still holds up to just about anything coming out today. I recommend both the Akira comics and the animated film for everyone, not just newcomers. Would also tell people to read this trade. This is Roots of the Swamp Thing. This reprints his first appearance in House of Secrets, and I forget, maybe the first 6 or 8 issues of the Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson. No, it has to be a little more than that, because Nestor Redondo's in this, so it probably goes through 10 or 12. But it's a good volume, and will introduce people to the Swamp Thing character. And it kind of, to me, I recommend everybody read Alan Moore's run on Swamp Thing, but I think it's important to understand the character before you read how radically Alan Moore recreated that character. He just totally rewrote the character's power and background, and did a great job on a book I already love. So Roots of Swamp Thing first, then read your Alan Moore saga of Swamp Thing. Last but not least, I'd recommend Amazing Spider-Man, Marvel Masterworks, probably the first 3 volumes, just to go through the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko stuff, because I just think it's great. It holds up today, and just such great storytelling in these volumes. The other question that Tim asked, and you know me, I can't just name one. He really got my brain going on this one. He wanted to know, what's your dream creative team on your dream book? And I had a hard time. I came up with a few. So first and foremost, I'm a big Conan fan, and I'm also a big Warlord fan, and I'd like to see Warlord creator Mike Grell do a Conan series with the late Frank Frazetta, but it'll never happen. For Superman, I think I'm going to go back to the Golden Age. 2 of my favorite artists of times past. I'd like to have Jerry Siegel, obviously, arguably the greatest Superman writer, work with either Lou Fine doing the art or Alex Schomburg. They're 2 guys I would have loved to see do a run on Superman back in the day. Huge Swamp Thing fan, as you know. And ironically, Alan Moore, my dream writer, already wrote that book. So, but I would love to see Grant Morrison and Richard Corbin do a run on Swamp Thing. And actually, Richard Corbin did art on a very, very small storyline in the early 2000s. I think Andy Diggle wrote it, but would love to see Grant Morrison and Richard Corbin's take on Swampy. Batman, I'd like to see Mark Waid and Jim Steranko. 2 guys, I don't think they've ever worked together, but I'd love to see that. I'd like to see, Alan Moore's probably my favorite writer, and I think I'd like to see him and Frank Miller do a Wolverine book. And last but not least, huge fan of Wolfman and Perez New Teen Titans, and Chris Claremont and John Byrne's Uncanny X-Men run were just legendary in my youth, just made such an impression on me. And, Uncanny X-Men was basically a response, New Teen Titans was basically a response to Uncanny X-Men success. So what I think would be amazingly interesting would be for those creative teams to swap and have Wolfman and Perez do an Uncanny X-Men run, and Chris Claremont and John Byrne and Terry Austin do a New Teen Titans run. Just love to see that stuff, because they're creative teams that, either some people are dead or just for their work environments and the companies they work for, it's extremely unlikely we'll ever see them. But that was a great question, and sorry I gave you like 6 or 7 answers, but just a really cool idea, and it's cool to fantasize about books like that. We'll never see Frazetta or Lou Fine, Siegel, Schoenberg. You'll never see those guys in comics. So, yeah, had a great time with this one. Appreciate it, Tim. Good luck to everyone in the contest. Thank you once again to Tim Marrant, and there'll be a link below. Please check his channel out. Everyone, have a great day. Take care of yourselves and each other, and enjoy your comic book reading.